2016, Overwatch. Blizzard's Overwatch reshaped online shooters by ditching the traditional soldier versus soldier concept for a hero-based multiplayer where every character feels unique, not just in weapon, but in personality and playstyle. This vibrant cast of heroes, each with their own abilities and roles, made teamwork feel meaningful and constantly fresh. The gameplay itself is fast, fluid, and accessible, encouraging players to learn not just aim and shoot, but strategize and focus on teamwork. Visually, its bright, animated art style stood out from other shooters at the time, helping the game appeal to both casual players and competitive fans alike. On top of that, Blizzard's focus on regular seasonal events and new content helped build a living community. However, many players argued Overwatch lacked enough content at launch. It relied too heavily on loot boxes and offered no traditional single-player experience, which led some to believe it didn't deserve Game of the Year. Others felt nominees like Uncharted 4 or Doom should have won instead, due to their complete polished campaigns and stronger overall value at release. 2017, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild wasn't just another Zelda game. It reinvented what an open world could be. Instead of guiding players along fixed paths, it threw you into a vast living world where exploration isn't just rewarded but expected. You could climb almost anything, cook meals from ingredients you found, and solve problems in creative ways no other players could have predicted, resulting in the sense of freedom and discovery that very few games have captured before or since. Its minimalist storytelling, paired with a physics-based world that reacts to your actions, made every player's journey personal. The music and visual design worked together, subtle, ambient, and breathtaking, helping Breath of the Wild feel less like a scripted adventure and more like a world you really live in. But despite winning, many players felt the sparse and simple traditional storytelling made the experience frustrating or incomplete, arguing it shouldn't have won Game of the Year. Others believed nominees like Horizon Zero Dawn or Persona 5 deserved the award instead due to their stronger narratives, deeper character development, and more structured storytelling. 2018, God of War. Sony's God of War reboot transformed Kratos from a rage-fueled Spartan into a complex father figure, delivering one of the most emotionally engaging games in the series. The storytelling, which is rooted in Norse mythology, was matched by gameplay that blended brutal, cinematic combats, alongside new innovations like the over-the-shoulder camera views, kept players close to the action, which allowed for more intimate encounters and dramatic moments. Every battle felt heavy, each enemy memorable, and the character development and bond between Kratos and his son Atreus gave their adventures real meaning. Combined with stunning visuals and a rich atmospheric world, God of War showed how deep and cinematic storytelling can blend with action-packed games. However, many argued that Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2 deserved the award, as it delivered a more ambitious, living open world with deeper player freedom, impactful themes, and many memorable moments that resonated strongly to the gaming community. 2019, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. From Software's Sekiro took the studio's signature gameplay style and honed it into a precision-based swordsmanship game. Instead of relying on shields or block-and-trade combat, the game forces players to master parrying and posture breaking, turning every duel into a tense dance of timing and reflex. It is set in the feudal Japan era with hints of supernatural elements, making it atmospheric and mysterious, which is revealed through the environmental and subtle NPC interactions rather than long cutscenes. Its main takeaway, which made the gaming community mad, is its difficulty, making the sense of achievement when you finally overcome a boss that once humbled you is immense, and that core loop of losing, learning, and winning left a lasting impact on how players view difficulty and reward in games. The game didn't just challenge players, it taught them to think in entirely new ways about combat. 2020, The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 pushed story and narrative boundaries in games with its deeply emotional and often uncomfortable storytelling. The game is set in a world ravaged by infection where every choice, every relationship, and every conflict carries weight and consequence. The story puts you in morally gray situations that blur lines between hero and villain, forcing the players to enact violence, hate, or empathy. Gameplay builds on its predecessor with refined stealth, intense gunplay, and environments that demand tactical thinking. Visually, its stunning details, realistic animations, and atmosphere create a world you feel you're surviving in. The impact of this game wasn't just in how well it was made, but in how boldly it told a story that lingered with players long after they finished it. 2021, It Takes Two. It Takes Two turned co-op gaming into an art form by designing every level around teamwork. Whether you're tossing each other through the air in a whimsical toy world or solving puzzles, it requires two minds working as one. The story is about two people mending their relationship through adventure and chaos, which is surprisingly heartfelt and funny, making every moment feel memorable. Each chapter introduces fresh mechanics that keep the experience exciting and unpredictable. It doesn't just require cooperation, it rewards it. This focus on shared adventure and its clever variety of challenges is why many players and critics felt it reinvented what teamwork-based games could be. Still, some players argued that the game should not have won 2021's Game of the Year, as its two-player requirement limited accessibility to all players. 2022, Elden Ring. From Software's Elden Ring took everything fans loved about its previous titles and expanded it into a massive, interconnected open world, unlike anything seen before from the studio. Players could explore at their own pace, tackling bosses, discovering hidden dungeons, and piecing together lore in a world designed for freedom and discovery. Combat retained the challenging, deliberate feel that Dark Souls players adored, but now with mounts, weathered plains, and sprawling landscapes that invite exploration as much as combat mastery. The world design itself felt alive. Even the smallest hill could hide a secret that changed how you approached the game. With its sheer scale, breathtaking views, and player-driven storytelling through exploration, Elden Ring became not just a game, but a cultural phenomenon that influenced countless others. The same as Sekiro, it prides itself with how difficult and challenging the games created by From Software, continuing its legacy for being too hard for most people. 2023, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 brought the charm of tabletop role-playing games to the digital realm in ways many believed were only possible on paper. Built on deep systems borrowed from Dungeons & Dragons, it lets players make choices in character creation, dialogue, combat, and explorations that result in wildly different playthroughs. The storytelling is vast and unpredictable. Allies can become enemies, quests shift based on your decisions, and even the smallest choice can ripple into major consequences. Its turn-based combat combines tactical knowledge and strategic planning, which challenges players to think outside the box. Beyond being a great RPG, it felt like a living storybook where players co-author their own stories, redefining decision-based games, and the player's freedom can look like when a card game is turned into a digital AAA game. 2024, Astro Bot. Astro Bot is a love letter to platformers and to PlayStation's history. Its charm lies in how it uses precise, platforming mechanics combined with playful level designs that constantly surprises you. Visually, it's bright, animated, and is packed with personality where you feel like you're inside a toy box adventure that comes alive. What made it stand out was not just nostalgia, but how it took classic platforming elements and perfected them, turning every level into a feast of creativity. Its easy to pick up mechanics and wide appeal to old generation gamers reminded us why platforming games remain timeless. Still, some players felt Astro Bot should not have won 2024's Game of the Year, arguing that family-friendly platform games shouldn't beat more ambitious or mature titles such as Final Fantasy and Black Myth Wukong. 2025, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Expedition 33 emerged as a breakout RPG that uses classic turn-based mechanics with real-time changes, creating combat that feels both strategic and dynamic. Set in a haunting world inspired by Belle Epoque aesthetics, you lead a team on a desperate mission against a mysterious force known as the Paintress. The game's story and character development were widely praised, adding themes of hope, humanity, and teamwork through its layered plot. Its visuals are greatly detailed, along with its soundtrack, which is deeply atmospheric, making every moment feel cinematic. What truly made Expedition 33 stand out was its fusion of old-school RPG combined with modern technology, earning it multiple awards including Game of the Year. However, many people are outraged. Some speculate that the Game Awards were rigged because of how it won multiple awards, while others say the awards were undeserved and the game was overrated. And some just simply believe that turn-based mechanics equals bad. But despite all the controversy, Expedition 33 remains to be a great game, whether it deserved the awards or not. It shows how personal taste and expectations shape the way players judge games.